yo, what up, friends? Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury now have their rematch scheduled for December 21st. Obviously a long time away, but what are your thoughts on this fight? Early thoughts.
It's early, but I'm glad they're doing it. I honestly think that they're pushing it back this far because they think what's his name? I just saw the score of the game. Ooh, that looks rough.
What's the score of the game? I haven't seen anything.
42 Dallas, 23 Minnesota. So yeah.
Oh shit, I gotta go upstairs.
Kyrie's coming back to Boston. But no, I would say this. I want to see how Fury looks closer to the fight. If he's lost more weight, if he's trying to be more active in the fight, or if he's gonna gain more weight and come in heavy for this fight. That's gonna dictate a lot of stuff. And I want to know if my prediction is correct, where they're going to have Better BF against Bivol undisputed on this as well to make it a very big card. There's also rumors with Turkish Al Sheikh want to do a Mexico versus American fight card, but Canelo Alvarez already said there's no amount of money to make him fight Terrence Crawford. That's cool. So fight Benavidez or David Morrell, but he'd rather fight Berlanga. One of your countrymen from Puerto Rico, but Berlanga doesn't deserve a title shot. But Canelo fights people he thinks he can beat. So that's what he does, you know.
I love Edgar, but he's still young and needs a lot of adobo and some sazon on his.
he might get hit with a Mexican mofongo. You never know. He might get hit with a
Mexican mofongo.
Never know.
Shout out mofongo. I love.
Absolutely amazing.
That's really the only plantain-based dish that I will eat consistently.
You like sweet plantains?
I don't like sweet plantains. I do not. I absolutely hate sweet plantains. I cannot eat plantains unless they are fully cooked and there's no flavor. Like, I cannot eat sweet plantains. I do not like them. They're gross to me. Shout out to
Puerto Rican. How are you Puerto Rican? How is it possible?
I know. My mom gets mad at me every day. Shout out, Mom. I love you. I'm sorry. That comes from the Polish power. Thank you for your question. Next question. Earl Spence Jr. has a new trainer. How do you feel this will work out for him? And this comes from Get Down Jim. And this is in, wow, really? Montana. We got some people from Montana coming in. So
hey, shout out to Phil Knight and all those other rich folks out in Montana. You know what I'm saying? Montana, if people don't know this, off the minerals and things that Montana resource that Montana has, they make enough money for all of America. That's the most rich state in minerals.
Wait, is that true for real? That
can't be true. It's very true. Montana has all that stuff. If we were like countries, Montana can fund everything. Yeah, they make a lot of money with their minerals, all that fracking and things like that. Trust me. Wow. I've been knowing some stuff. But
I like it.
Earl Spence, he was in Philly, so I don't know if he's talking to Jerron Ennis's dad, Bozy, as his trainer, but he was in Philly and he's looking for a new trainer because the issue with him and Derek James is that Derek James is like, yo, you owe me money from the Crawford fight, like $3 million or $5 million. And he's like, no, I'm only gonna pay you $300,000 or $400,000. So it's an issue going on with the money with Earl Spence and Derek James, his old trainer. So he is getting a new trainer. I don't know if it's going to be Bozy Ennis. He's in Philly right now, so who knows if he's going to be trained by him. You know, he's at 154, so it's not a conflict of interest. So to where Jerron Boots Ennis is going to fight him. So I don't know, but as long as they can teach Earl Spence not to be flat-footed and keep his hands up, he'll be all right. Just saying.
Okay. Well, there you have it first. That's the updated news on Earl Spence Jr. We will see what happens next. The final question comes from Loked Out Gangsta. And this is from Long Beach, California. And obviously it would be. You know who they're asking about.
Yeah.
You already know probably. But then it says, new news came out about UFC card from Abu Dhabi in August. August 3rd is the date. He didn't know the date. I am supplementing that. It will be on August 3rd. I looked it
Why
up.
would they do that?
The main event will be Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. But our fine gentleman from Long Beach. Oh, by the way, there'll be other fights on here. Cheeto Vera, Stevenson Figueiredo, Mackenzie Dern, Lupe Godinez, and Tony Ferguson, Michael Chisea. So this is going to be a stacked card in Abu Dhabi. But the one he's asking about, the one he's asking about is the co-main event, which will be 5 rounds, which usually is not true in a co-main event. Vicente Luque comes against apparently our favorite for this mail-in mailbagger. One of our fans, shout out, Nick Diaz is coming back. What are your thoughts on this August 3rd fight night?
So reports were out there that Nick Diaz wants to come back. He wanted to fight GSP or it was GSP.
Yeah, he had all kinds of
Kevin Holland, Michael Venom Page, all these different people, And last time we saw Nick Diaz, he fought Robbie Lawler, and he looked like sick Diaz. He did not. He looked terrible. What are you doing?
I'll be right back.
I didn't understand. Omar had to cut out, but yeah. So I don't understand. The last time Nick Diaz came back, he's a legend. We all love him, but Vicente Luque, he fought. I want to say, what's the brother's name from St. Louis? Numanza. That's going to be later, but yeah, he lost to him recently, and it wasn't too good. But I'm glad to see Nick Diaz back. If he's motivated, this man used to do triathlons. He was used to spar with Andre Ward, him and his brother. Even though when his brother fought Jake Paul, it didn't look like he ever sparred a day in his life. But I'm always a fan of Nick Diaz. You know what I'm saying? He's never had a cardio issue, never had anything. But
I heard you in the background.
Joaquin Buckley. That's his name. Buckley.
Suffered a second round TKO loss to Joaquin Buckley. Yep, you had it right.
Okay, I tell you, I got a little something in there. But Nick Diaz is a legend. I like to see him. He's fighting overseas. I don't, they have different laws on what you put in your body, but whatever. So I've always
I don't know if they let that go. I don't know if they let that go on though. I don't know if that's illegal over there.
Listen, Rampage Jackson's podcast. Whatever. I was just a Rampage Jackson's podcast and Pride, which really got me big into MMA. Pride company over Japan. They didn't drug test at all. So,
oh wow, okay.
A lot of people were just
inside information from the combat sports expert. I love it.
That's why the whole stigma with Pride fighters going against UFC fighters was that they didn't test over there. And UFC back in the day, y'all can go on your little Google, or if you got UFC fight pads, Dana White did a deal with them back when UFC was still coming up, where they let their fighters come over there. So you'll see Chuck Liddell going against a skinny ass Alexander Overeem at 205, and all of them are in Chuck Liddell's corner wearing UFC gear at Pride event. And then when he fought Rampage Jackson, you saw what happened later that night. But it's. I like seeing that this card rivals the other card, but I just don't like. I didn't know the date, and I'm pretty pissed off that they're doing this shit again. Where I got a nice boxing card, the best boxing card we've had since probably HBO days boxing. I mean, we got Bud Crawford going for 2 belts. You got I think Pitbull Cruz going against Rilo. You got freaking who else is on this damn card? David Morrell's on the card. Andy Cruz, one of the best young prospects at 135, a Cuban gold medalist boxer. You got him on the card. You got if Deontay Wilder wins, he's going against Big Baby Anderson on this card. Gerald Anderson, I believe his name. Excuse me. He's going to be on this card. You know what I'm saying? You got Clubber D on this card.
Clubber D on the card.
I thought I was going to be on the card, but whatever. I read a card. I read a card, but people know Turkish Al Sheikh. This is his card, but it's his first big card in America. It's in Los Angeles. So he's moving from Saudi Arabia to America. He's trying to get the American market also. So this card is freaking huge. It's big. Pause. But I'm ready for it. Can't wait for it to happen.
The card is big. Pause. All right. Awesome. Well, hey, that is amazing. Thank you so much for Wow. Thank you so much, y'all, for tuning into Clubber D's expert analysis on boxing. The huge Matchroom Queensberry 5-on-5 match coming up Saturday. He also gave you UFC 302, his club bangers. Make sure you go put the money on the Makhachev second round submission. And also for boxing, you're going to want to have that Deontay Wilder KO. It probably on the parlay in the bets. It's going to be either rounds 1 through 6 or 7 through 12 is usually how they do that. So I would probably bet on the Deontay Wilder before 6 because Clubber D said in the third round. So go ahead and put your bets and your parlays in. That is all we have.
Hedge your bet with Yang. Anything after 7 rounds, I think Yang will win, either decision or knockout. Anything after the 7th, it's all gonna be Yang because I think that's what's gonna happen.
That's actually perfect because no, that's perfect because now you've given them the exact way to bet because y'all, when you get on these betting apps, you're gonna have in a boxing match, someone wins 1 through 6. It's usually the person that can't do the knockout, Zhang, and then you have so they'll try to mix you up. So make sure you're paying attention to who's winning rounds 1 through 6 and who's winning rounds 7 through 12 because Deontay Wilder is a 150 favorite. 150 favorite. Zhang is Wilder's 120 favorite. Zhang is a 150 underdog.